Thursday afternoon, friends. How are you? Come on in. Let's make lunch. If you're new here, my work schedule, we have our big meal at lunchtime, usually around 2 o'clock because I go back to work at 3:30. So today, what are we making? I still haven't gone to the grocery store. Now, I did go last night after work and grabbed some bread and some eggs, just some quick essentials. I didn't really feel like going and doing the whole shebang. So I found 2 pounds of ground beef in my freezer and I thawed that out. That's what I've got going here. We are going to make the Pioneer Woman's, a cuckoo clock. It's Pioneer Woman's Bowtie lasagna. So I did have some Bowtie pasta in my pantry. And you all know how I like to make my own sauce, but I don't have anything to make my own sauce. So I do have a jar of pasta sauce that I found. So this is a really simple recipe. I've got 2 pounds. You could use a 1 to 2 pounds. Mason, likes extra meat. So turkey, burger, whatever, sausage, whatever meat you want. You need a box of your Bowtie pasta. You need your favorite pasta sauce. You're going to need a cup of sour cream. And you're going to need a cup of mozzarella cheese or whatever kind of cheese that you like, and some seasonings. That's it. It's part of her 16-minute meal series. So we've got my 2 pounds of ground beef going. I've got my water boiling or starting to come to a boil. And I'm going to cook these and then we'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do. So it's time to put all of these things together. So we have our 2 pounds of ground beef. You can use a pound, sausage, turkey, whatever you want to do. Get you some meat. Or you could totally go meatless. Yes, Jakey, I know. We've got our Bowtie pasta noodles. You're just going to throw them right in the pan with that. Meat or no meat if you're going to go meatless. This over here. Next, we're going to add in our jar of sauce. Okay. This is how quick it throws together. We've got our Italian seasoning. This also has salt and pepper in it. So I'm not going to add any more salt or pepper. I'm going to grab my garlic, which I haven't got yet. Excuse me, Harper. This must smell good because all the dogs are gathered around. So we're going to add some garlic. Follow with your heart. In comes 1 cup of sour cream. I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to go with it. That's what she says to do, and that's what I'm going to do. It says you don't taste it, it just makes it extra creamy, which is good because Brock does not like ricotta in lasagna or anything. He does not like ricotta at all. I guess if you have an aversion to sour cream completely, maybe you could use some yogurt or just add you some cottage cheese. But I'm going to try the sour cream. I'm interested to see how this pans out. Literally pans out. Okay, there is our 1 cup of sour cream. Then it calls for 1 cup of cheese. I've got some diced provolone from the pizza shop here, of course, because I don't have any groceries in the house. We're going to add that in. You could use probably whatever kind of cheese you want. Go. Now we're going to give it a mix. Gently, gently. I forgot to put my apron on. Ooh, Krista, don't you slop that on you. You gotta go back to work. We're gonna give this a mix. We're gonna put it back on the stove just for a few minutes to let that cheese melt, and it'll be lunchtime. What I'm having with this, I'll show you in just a few minutes. Let me get this mixed up. Let me concentrate. Doesn't that look fabulous? It smells wonderful. The dogs are gathered around me. Hoping I dropped something. This is a big pan. Mace will be happy when he gets home from work. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put it back on the pan, back on the stove to let it heat back up. There we go. Ooh, she's heavy. She's a big girl. Turn my heat back up for a few minutes. So while that's heating back up, let me tell you, let me break it down for you. We are going to have a salad, and I just made that, like I made the Italian dressing with the sugar. We call it Italian salad. I decided to have that with it today. And some French bread. This is only half of that loaf. Look at that big loaf I got last night at the grocery store when I ran in there. I grabbed that loaf of bread because it just looks so good. So we're having that and the pasta. And so I broke down the cost, the whole meal. I looked it up on Walmart.com, all the prices for everything, for 2 pounds of ground meat, the pasta, the sour cream, the bread. Now the bread, it was going to be cheaper at Walmart. I got this at my little store, so it was $3 and something. I think you can get a loaf of French bread there for like $2. So it'd be a little bit cheaper getting it there. And then I factored in the lettuce. I did not factor in the Italian dressing, so hopefully you have that. So maybe add another $2 for Italian dressing. So the cost breaks down. This whole meal, everything, the whole shebang, $18.32. Ooh wee. There you go. Not only is it quick and easy, it's definitely economical. You can make it a big, huge pan. You could freeze this for later, or you could cut it down and make you just like single serving, just like with a half a pound of meat, a little bit of pasta. You can figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to let this go a minute, get it warm, and I'll come back and we're going to taste it together. I'm excited. So lunch is finished. Here we go. The Pioneer Woman Bowtie Pasta Lasagna. Let's give it a taste. You do not taste the sour cream. It just gives it a creamy consistency. It's delicious. Hope you give it a try. It's quick, it's easy. Another simple recipe for you to throw together. If I can do it in the short amount of time that I had before I have to go back to work, you can do it too. All right, friends, have a great afternoon. I'm gonna go and eat my lunch. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, friends.